Imagine this. You're on a road trip across the United States, driving through winding country roads, when you stumble upon a town you've never heard of before. The streets are nearly empty. The old wooden houses look like they haven't been touched in decades, and the silence is almost unsettling. At first glance, it seems like the perfect quiet getaway. But there's a reason why almost nobody talks about this place. Because in this small, unassuming town, tourists keep disappearing. Welcome to today's mystery. If you love chilling disappearances, unsolved cases, and stories that stay with you long after the video ends, you're in the right place. Don't forget to subscribe and join our community of mystery seekers. And if you're brave enough, turn on the notifications so you never miss the next dark case we uncover. The small town with a dark reputation. The town we're talking about sits in the middle of rural America. It doesn't appear on most maps, and unless you had a reason to visit, you'd probably never even know it existed. For decades, locals have whispered about strange happenings. But in recent years, the disappearances have become impossible to ignore. Tourists traveling through this quiet place vanish without a trace. Couples on road trips, solo adventurers, backpackers, all gone. Their cars are often found abandoned on the side of the road, their hotel rooms left untouched, personal belongings scattered as if they just stepped out for a moment and never came back. Police reports confirm dozens of unsolved missing persons cases connected to this town, but no solid leads, no suspects, no explanations. It's as if the town itself swallows its visitors whole. The couple who never checked out. One of the earliest cases dates back to the 1990s. A young couple, Daniel and Rebecca, were driving cross-country. They stopped in this town for the night, checking into a modest roadside inn. That evening, they texted family members to say they had arrived safely. But the next morning, they were gone. The car was still parked outside. Their phones sat charging on the nightstand, and their luggage remained untouched. No signs of forced entry, no struggle, no footprints, just silence. To this day, their families continue to search for answers. And Daniel and Rebecca, they've never been found. The backpacker, years later, an international backpacker, passed through the same town. Locals remembered him clearly, cheerful, talkative, excited about hiking the nearby trails. Hours later, his backpack was discovered at the edge of the woods, zipped shut with all of his belongings inside. Authorities launched a massive search effort, combing through the forest for days. But there were no tracks, no broken branches, no clothing, no body. It was as if the forest had simply swallowed him whole. The highway vanishings. Then there are the disappearances along the highway. Drivers traveling late at night report seeing abandoned vehicles, doors unlocked, headlights still on, engines running. But the passengers are gone. In one case, a family of 3 vanished on their way through. The car was discovered neatly parked on the side of the road, the child's car seat still buckled in the back, and groceries left on the passenger seat. But the family was never seen again. Patterns that can't be ignored. Looking at these cases, investigators noticed strange patterns. Many of the victims vanished near the dense forest that borders the town. Several stayed at the same small inn before disappearing. Some vanish along the exact same stretch of highway. And here's something even more disturbing. Locals rarely go missing. Almost every victim is an outsider. Tourists, travelers, or people just passing through. When questioned, many locals refuse to talk. Some simply change the subject. Others warn outsiders not to stay too long, and a few whisper about an old curse tied to the land itself. Patterns that can't be ignored. Looking at these cases, investigators noticed strange patterns. Many of the victims vanished near the dense forest that borders the town. Several stayed at the same small inn before disappearing. Some vanish along the exact same stretch of highway. And here's something even more disturbing. Locals rarely go missing. Almost every victim is an outsider. tourists, travelers, or people just passing through. When questioned, many locals refuse to talk. Some simply change the subject. Others warn outsiders not to stay too long, and a few whisper about an old curse tied to the land itself. Eyewitness accounts. While most people stay silent, a handful of witnesses have come forward. One truck driver reported seeing a lone figure standing in the middle of the highway at 3 a.m. When he slowed down, the figure vanished into thin air. Another tourist swore they heard screams echoing from the forest at night, but when they investigated, the woods were empty. Whether these accounts are real or not, they add fuel to the fire of an already terrifying mystery. The ongoing mystery. Despite decades of disappearances, little progress has been made. Families still post flyers, Facebook groups remain active, and cold case investigators continue to revisit the files. But the disappearances haven't stopped. Tourists still arrive. Some leave safely, others vanish without explanation. And the scariest part, no one knows who or what is responsible. Closing. So here's the question, what's really going on in this small town? Are these disappearances the work of a hidden predator, a coordinated cover-up, or something far beyond human explanation? We want to hear your thoughts. Drop your theories in the comments below, and let's see if together we can uncover the truth. And if you're fascinated by cases like this, true crime, chilling vanishings, and dark mysteries, make sure to subscribe. We release new videos every week, and you won't want to miss what's coming next, because in towns like this, silence is never just silence.